Welcome to Moving to Portugal Daily, episode 172. I'm Mateus Costa. Today, we dive into what to do when SEF says no, a visa rejection recovery blueprint for D7, D8, and Golden Visa applicants, with practical steps you can take within 72 hours to turn a refusal into a stronger application.
I won't sugarcoat it. Opening that email or receiving that letter from SEF is a gut punch. You feel panic, confusion, maybe even shame. But pause for a second. A refusal is rarely the end. Today, I'll walk you through a clear 3-part recovery plan, a prioritized 72-hour checklist, and the exact templates to ask for missing documents. You'll leave with a step-by-step triage you can start now.
First, diagnosis. Why SEF says no. Most refusals are not random. SEF evaluates credibility, evidence alignment, and legal compliance. The top 5 fixable reasons I see are 1. Financial inconsistency. Money in accounts that doesn't match declared income. 2. Weak housing proof or suspicious leases. 3. Gaps in valid health insurance. 4. Untranslated or non-legalized documents. And 5. An unclear income source, messy invoicing, or irregular payments. SEF wants a simple, believable story. If your paperwork tells a confusing story, they reject. How does SEF judge credibility? They cross-check bank flows, look for recurring income, confirm taxes where possible, inspect rental contracts for legitimacy, and check that translations and apostilles follow formal rules. Small contradictions add up. A $3,000 transfer flagged as a gift the same week you declare it as freelance income is a red flag. The goal of your recovery is to remove contradictions and produce verifiable, consistent proof. Section 2. The Recovery Blueprint. Step 1. Assess and prioritize. Create a simple triage table. List all documents SEF reviewed. Note which clause the refusal cites, and score each item 1 to 5 by impact on SEF's decision. Start with items rated 4 or 5. You want to fix high-impact gaps first: bank evidence, housing, and insurance. Allocate realistic time to each fix. Translations and notarizations can take days, so plan sequential steps. Step 2. Tactical fixes. For financial inconsistencies, produce stable bank statements that show recurring payments. Supply invoices aligned with payments, and add a simple explanatory cover letter from your accountant. If invoicing looks patchy, correct the invoices, issue corrected versions, and provide corresponding payment receipts or PayPal or Stripe records. For housing, secure a properly registered rental contract, or use a rental guarantee from a landlord, or provide a notarized letter from the property owner. For documents, get certified translations and apostilles where required. Low-cost certified translators exist if you search for tradutor juramentado in Portugal. Low-cost notarization options and a single lawyer review usually beat repeated resubmissions. When should you form a micro-company or use a fiscal representation? If your invoices are inconsistent and you anticipate proving sustainable income, forming a simple single-owner company can centralize payments and create predictable bank flows. But don't rush. This is a tactical choice when corrections and invoice normalization won't be enough. Often an accountant's letter plus corrected invoices is enough for SEF. Forming a company has costs and time implications, so weigh that as a later step. Section 3 ties paperwork to habits and communication. Appearances and routines matter. Show up punctual, organized, and with a simple personal narrative: where you work, how you earn, and why you choose Portugal. Small grooming and punctual routines reduce perceived risk in interviews. Consistent monthly payments on accounts, timely invoice dates, and regular calendar blocks for work all signal stability. Use clear Portuguese phrases or polite English with Portuguese keywords. Greetings and a little effort go a long way in interviews and landlord interactions. Let me give you a real example. A nomad I worked with was rejected for a D7 because his invoices were inconsistent and 3 large deposits looked like one-off transfers. We corrected 4 invoices, provided invoices retroactively tied to platform payouts, produced a continuous 6-month bank statement showing recurring transfers, and added an accountant declaration explaining the corrected paperwork. Result: after reapplication and a brief interview, he received approval within 3 months. The costly mistake to avoid is panicking and resending the same incomplete evidence. That delays you and raises more questions.
Now, the immediate 72-hour action plan, a triage you can do right away. Day 1. Create your impact table. Identify top 3 items to fix and email your accountant, translator, and a lawyer to request turnaround times. Use concise email templates. Subject: urgent. Document request for SEF appeal. I was refused on date, citing reason. Please provide service by date. Thank you. Day 2. Collect corrected invoices, bank statements, and a signed landlord letter. Day 3. Get certified translations and a lawyer to review your appeal or reapplication file. Schedule your resubmission window. Don't rush it. Completeness over speed.
Quick risk check. Appeals can be faster if the refusal is procedural and you have clear missing documents. Reapply if the refusal questions credibility heavily. A fresh, corrected dossier presented cleanly is often the stronger move. Expect costs for translations, notarizations, and one-time lawyer work. Budget a few €100 as a minimum. Mitigation. Prioritize high-impact fixes. Use trusted low-cost translators, and pay once for a lawyer to review rather than repeated submissions.
If you want the exact email templates, the triage spreadsheet, and a 72-hour checklist to print and use, I built the Visa Recovery Kit specifically for this scenario. It includes templates to request corrected invoices, sample landlord letters, a translator request template, and a one-on-one dossier review option. Portugal isn't just a destination, it's your optimized new beginning. Take the step that reduces stress and speeds approval. That's your immediate blueprint. Start with the high-impact items: bank flows, housing, and certified documents. Be methodical. Use the 72-hour checklist and get a single lawyer review before resubmitting. Small, consistent habits in your paperwork and communication create big wins. Portugal rewards preparation. That's your daily Portugal blueprint. Start applying one thing this week.